Welcome to The Explainer. You know those ads that just stick in your head? The jingles you can't stop humming? The campaigns that become like a part of pop culture? Well, today we're going to peel back the curtain and really dissect what makes them so great.
And let's just jump right in with a question I'm sure you've thought about at some point. Why? Why is a talking gecko selling car insurance? Or, why are we watching polar bears drink Coca-Cola? What is it about these kind of weird ideas that makes them so powerful and so memorable?
Well, here's the thing. It's not random. Not at all. That gecko isn't some happy accident they stumbled upon. Nope. It is the final, super polished result of a very deliberate, very strategic process. It's not magic, it's a plan. And today, we're going to walk through that exact plan together.
Okay, so let's dive in. Every single successful ad campaign, whether it's a huge Super Bowl commercial or some viral thing on social media, it basically follows a roadmap. In the ad world, they often call it the 5 M's: mission, message, media, money, and measurement. Think of them as the essential building blocks that take a campaign from just an idea to a real-world result. Let's break them down.
First up, the mission. Right, before anyone spends a single dime or even dreams up a creative idea, a company has to ask itself a really simple question. What are we actually trying to do here? What's the goal?
And that mission, it usually falls into one of three main buckets. Is the goal to inform you about something brand new you've never even heard of? Or is it to persuade you to get you to switch from whatever you're using now over to their brand? Or maybe it's just to remind you that they're still around, keeping their name right at the top of your mind for the next time you're shopping.
A perfect example is P&G's Thank You Mom campaign they run during the Olympics. Its mission wasn't just to sell more Tide. The goal was so much bigger than that. It was about creating this deep emotional connection between the P&G brand and this universal story of a mom's support. That's a mission that's all about building brand love. Okay, so once you've got that mission locked down, how do you actually bring it to life? Well, you need a story. And that brings us to the second M, the message. This is where all the creativity really gets to shine.
So in the ad world, this is all about the creative strategy. The whole point is to find that one big idea, that central powerful concept that makes the mission come alive in a way that people will actually connect with. It's the hook. It's what makes the whole campaign work.
Just think about Ray-Ban's Never Hide campaign. That's not just a catchy slogan for sunglasses, right? It's a whole creative platform. It's a story about being an individual, about being authentic, about being brave. Every single ad, every photo, it all points back to that one powerful big idea.
Now here's the thing. You can have the best story in the world, but it's totally useless if nobody hears it. And that leads us right to our third M, media. Where do you actually tell your story? Picking the right media channels is so important. It's all about figuring out the best way to get in front of the right people. And the options today are just endless. It could be a primetime TV spot, a billboard, a podcast ad, or something way more subtle that's woven into the things you're already watching. For instance, instead of just running a commercial, a brand can get woven right into the story, like all those brands you spot in a James Bond movie like Skyfall. Or it can become part of an experience you're having, like how Fly Emirates is just always there at major sporting events. And yeah, this idea of putting brands inside entertainment and events, it's a massive part of modern media strategy. It's not just about talking at you anymore, it's about creating experiences and interacting with you.
By sponsoring events, companies get to tie their name to all the excitement and passion that their audience feels. It lets you not just see the brand, but kind of live it, which can create way deeper emotional connections than a 30-second ad ever could.
And trust me, it's a huge business. A massive 70% of all sponsorship money goes to sports. Now, why is that? Well, it's pretty simple. Sports have these enormous, passionate, global audiences who are often watching live. That's a captive audience, and that's exactly what advertisers are looking for.
So all of this stuff, the mission, the message, the media, it's all fueled by that fourth M, which is money, the budget. But after spending all that money, every single company has to ask the most important question. Did any of that actually work? And that, my friends, brings us to our final M, measurement.
Advertisers, they track everything. I mean, everything. They look at the communication effect. Like, did people even get the message? Did it make the brand more famous? They also measure the sales effect. Did people actually go out and buy the thing? They look at reach and frequency. How many people saw the ad, and how many times did they see it? It's all about understanding what they got back for what they put in.
And a really great campaign can generate a huge return. For some of the best ones, every dollar you spend can bring back 3, 4, maybe even more dollars in sales. When you get that mission, message, and media to all line up perfectly, the results can be absolutely explosive.
So the next time you see an ad that makes you laugh or think or just remember a name, remember this: it is no accident. From that first mission all the way to the final measurement, it's a whole journey. A journey from a simple business goal to a memorable message that somehow manages to cut through all the noise.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. We live in this world of streaming, ad blockers, and our attention is split a million different ways. The old ways of doing things are being challenged every single day. So the real question is, how is this whole anatomy of advertising going to have to evolve? How are brands even going to reach us next?